Do you get stressed when things change? Do you love taking control and knowing exactly what's going to happen? Let's get more fluid.
Time to make a difference. It's time to make a change. Let's throw our thoughts up on the wall.
Fluidity is the ability to adapt to change. When something hits you, you let it pass through you, you submerge it, and it emerges on the other side, changed. You've absorbed the idea so much that it's absorbed a part of you. You let the idea sink in instead of rejecting the idea, because you know that you have no idea where the idea would lead. And when you get rigid like ice, things hit you differently. You know exactly how things should be already. So there's no point in absorbing new things because it should already be the way that it should be. If you were to flow again, you'd have to move again. And moving takes a lot of effort. You have to melt. Let things move with you. You can make the idea better simply by diving in. Immersing yourself into the idea, becoming fully present, will allow that idea to grow beyond anything you could have initially predicted. Your acceptance of an idea can determine the influence that you have on that idea. An old idea with new suggestions can go anywhere. If you're focused on absorbing all total possibilities, then allowing for the idea to naturally conclude through mutual agreement. This is allowing fluidity into the process. If a new suggestion is proposed and you love the old idea, that's okay. Perfectly fine. But it's when you don't immerse yourself fully into the new idea because of fear of losing the old idea that you actually lose the potential for magic. When you don't go with it to see what could happen, you'll never see what would happen. Being fluid is giving full commitment to the exploration of new ideas. And music isn't so serious. It's actually just playing. You know, we're just messing around with ideas, concepts, notes, frequencies, vibrations. When we attribute such seriousness to every one of our own ideas, and if my idea doesn't get selected, then am I even part of the writing of the song? Did I even contribute anything to this? Me. God, I hate this idea. This is all resistance. Resistance to what? Change. It's important to have self-awareness around your attachment to your ideas. Is it your ego hanging on? If a new idea is suggested in a group and it's not to your taste, it might be cool to try and adapt the idea to make it fit your taste perfectly. Maybe you can actually portray your tastes and your style better through this idea than you could the one that you invented. The more songs you write, the more you realize that it's actually just about having a fun time writing the song. And you can choose to make it a fun time, or you can choose to make it torture for yourself by clinging on to your old ideas and not employing fluidity. In collaboration, we want to avoid blocking creative flow. We can do this using positive, additive language. This will allow us to still be assertive in our preference while maintaining a sense of construction. Goals. To complete writing the song, to maintain a positive, creative vibe the whole time, to have fun. And it's important to be aware that any idea that you're working on at any one time, you're putting creative resource into, you're going to think is the best idea in the world. You're going to think it's the freaking bomb. When in reality, it might not be the best idea in the world. In fact, it might not even be a little bit good. Who's to say what good is? And I wouldn't want you to even judge the idea until a couple of days later. Knowing that our idea might not even be the best idea means that we can be aware that someone else suggesting something might actually have a lot of merit to it. Maybe the idea that I'm suggesting isn't so grand. Your judgment can become clouded by familiarity bias. Your ideas are the most familiar to you. You can imagine the full vision, but does this make it the most appropriate idea suggested? Just create. Just keep making ideas and going with the flow. Going with the suggestion of your friend. And hopefully they go with your suggestions as well. And you flow towards a beautiful end result that everyone agrees is great. And it's only a few days later that you listen back, Then you can make a few changes if you need. It's not so serious. We need to be having fun. That might reflect in the music that you make. So stay fluid and keep embracing change, because change and your ability to adapt to change will determine how interesting, surprising, and potentially revolutionary your art turns out. Thanks for watching Reframe. I'm Rob. If you enjoyed this video, please like it and subscribe. Bye for now.